Okay, one-off attempt at playing a C major chord all on one string and then a D major chord all on one string. Now we're moving into Alan Holdsworth territory here, where it's alleged that Alan saw in his mind that the strings on a guitar as being infinite, but he saw it conceptually from a point of view, I believe, or let's us examine it as a guitar having one string that goes from somewhere out there in perpetuity to somewhere out there in perpetuity. The late Pythagoras, the Greek mathematician, figured out and divided sonic waves into 12 intervals. You know that. If you put it all on one string, you'll get, on a guitar string, the E string, you get 12 frets to the and then you go into the next octave. If that string continued forever, you would just move into the next octave and next octave to a point where the human ear wouldn't hear the sounds anymore. In other words, those 12 intervals, as they're known, repeat each other in perpetuity. Now, a lot of us know that you can play an arpeggio broken chord, where the notes of the chord are sounded individually. That's a C major. I've got the perfect fifth, the G, the E, the major third, and the root. That's on two string. C major. Perfect fifth, the G, the major third, the E, and the C. There's a 5-finger version. There's a 6-finger version of a C major chord, the 6-string version. As I said, Alan, to a degree, conceptualized saying there's no beginning and no end in his mind. Now, often when we play arpeggios like A major, a 3-finger version, a 3-string version, we tend to, there's also a major triad up there. Let us there, a C sharp, an A, and an E. Let us consider playing a chord or a triad on one string, as Alan would. On the D string alone, 14, 17, 22. I've got the notes E, G, and C, C, E, G. But I started on the second. You know, a major chord is root, third, perfect fifth, but I started on the third, therefore make second inversion. So there is an arpeggio played on one string. F sharp, A to D. There's a single string arpeggio of a D major chord. Now let's examine some of the more basic ones. I'm going to get you to change your thinking now. There's an A, a C, and an E. Ace. You know that as A minor. Likewise, I told you yesterday that if you play it from D, you got a D minor. There's a G minor. There's an E minor. Now we're playing. Now these shapes always stay the same. So wherever you start from, there's E flat. So note the interval, there's 2 gaps and then you put your finger down, and then there's 1, 2, 3, and then you got your perfect fifth. So if I played from there, skip 2, I've got E flat minor. And if I want E flat major, I've got 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 spaces between my fingers. So you can work any chord out on one string. More difficult to try and play the same thing here. We've got play the C major down here, E, G, and B. But Alan Holdsworth up here was a master at it. And I started by going. Now we're getting into string skipping territory. Now you want to do some legato where you're hammering on. So let's not pick any note and let's just hammer on every note. Nice and slowly so you can see. Now if you haven't got hands that can do it, you can start tapping like Eddie Van Halen would. You getting this? You're starting to understand what's going on. Never mind how it sounds at the moment. Really good to get into some string skipping. Now it's pretty new to me, as you know. I only started this sort of stuff last week. But you can see where the potential is heading here. When you've got some music to play over and you get the strength in these hands of yours and mine, then maybe some magic will start happening. But that's yet to be seen. I'm sitting in a very awkward position, as you know. I'm not that fond of it. Once again, E minor. I reckon you're going to impress whoever you want to impress if you keep at these things. Or maybe you just want to impress yourself like me. Maybe you just want to know how they do these things. Like me, I just want to know what are they doing. You know, I like the zigzag, diminish run, where I'm going. Playing so badly because I'm in a position which I'm not familiar with. If I did it where I am and I'm sitting in a rock and roll position, I would probably be a bit better. I'm still sitting awkwardly, but you see what I'm saying? But challenge yourself to do things that you're not familiar with. Not things that you are familiar with. A minor. Okay. And then that lovely sequence of Holdsworth where he does something like, that's here. So from the B to the D, now that's the giveaway. The F sharp to the G. The B is the fifth of G major, the fifth interval. But that sound, that's the major seventh sound. So B to D. So from the fifth interval of G major. Licks all taken from an Alan Holdsworth song. But he does it at supersonic speed, no doubt. But I'm not ready for that. So we practice the basics until we... try and make some music out of it. But in the meantime, just keep working at the string skipping and the stretches. And earlier I was doing, I put a beat down with the drum machine, and I just looped it and I just played over it to try and improve my timing on these things. But you don't want to listen to that because you probably had enough by now. But I thank you for watching this far if you are watching, and I encourage you to keep stretching and keep trying these new things. And I've explained the concepts. Now maybe you understand more about what's actually going on. Even if we're not that good, you don't have to. But there's going to be some exciting stuff coming up. I like the E minor and I like the A minor. And then you got the